Have you ever stopped to think that not every tea is harmless? That's right. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good for you. But don't worry, there are safe options that truly benefit your body and help keep your health in check. Could the tea you regularly drink be harming your health without you even realizing it? In today's video, I'll reveal which teas can raise blood pressure, pose risks during pregnancy, and even compromise the function of your kidneys, liver, and brain. So, stay until the end, because this information might change the way you see your favorite tea. Is every tea good? Everyone has heard the saying, if it's natural, it can't be bad, right? But reality isn't that simple. The world of teas is fascinating and full of health benefits, but it can also hide dangerous pitfalls. Some teas can raise blood pressure, overload the liver, and even harm the kidneys. The point here isn't to demonize tea, but to understand that not everything from nature is harmless. After all, even a simple mushroom can be either a remedy or a poison, depending on the dose. So, the big question is, which teas should be avoided at all costs? Teas that raise blood pressure. Not every tea is a symbol of relaxation and well-being. Some can actually be silent villains when it comes to blood pressure, putting the heart at risk without people even realizing it. Take licorice tea, for example. It may seem harmless, but it contains glyceric acid, a substance that disrupts the balance of sodium and potassium in the body. The result? Fluid retention, swelling, and, of course, a dangerous spike in blood pressure. Now, imagine someone who is already prone to hypertension drinking this tea regularly. It's like adding fuel to a fire that's already burning. Another major culprit is black tea, one of the most popular teas worldwide. Rich in caffeine, it can cause blood pressure spikes, increase heart rate, and even lead to insomnia. Studies show that excessive caffeine intake is linked to higher blood pressure in people with hypertension. On the other hand, hibiscus tea does the exact opposite. With its vasodilating properties, it helps lower blood pressure, making it a great alternative for those who want to take care of their heart while still enjoying a good cup of tea. But when it comes to pregnancy, things get even more complicated. Which teas pose a risk to expectant mothers? Dangerous teas during pregnancy. During pregnancy, everything a mother consumes can directly affect the baby, and that includes tea. Many people assume that herbal infusions are safe, but the truth is that some can pose serious risks to pregnancy. Take chamomile tea, for example. While many consider it harmless, excessive consumption may impact fetal development. Peppermint tea, on the other hand, can disrupt hormones, increasing the chances of birth defects. And what about senna tea? This one is even worse. It has a strong laxative effect and can stimulate premature contractions, putting both mother and baby at risk. Research indicates that certain herbs contain compounds that can alter hormonal balance and even trigger miscarriages. Some of the biggest offenders include cinnamon, hibiscus, boldo, lemongrass, and rosemary teas, all of which should be avoided during pregnancy. Hibiscus tea, for instance, has been linked to lower estrogen levels and pregnancy complications. This goes to show that even natural infusions can have powerful effects on the body, and not always in a good way. So, what's the solution? Expecting mothers who don't want to give up tea can opt for safer choices, such as fruit teas or small amounts of ginger tea. But even ginger, if consumed excessively, can cause acid reflux or raise blood pressure. And speaking of health, pregnant women aren't the only ones who need to be cautious with tea. Some infusions can seriously damage the kidneys. Which one should you watch out for? Teas that harm the kidneys. The kidneys act as the body's natural filters, eliminating toxins and balancing bodily fluids. But what happens when these filters become overloaded? Some teas can be extremely harmful to kidney health, and many people have no idea. Popular diuretic and weight loss teas, for example, can cause severe dehydration, forcing the kidneys to work harder than they should. And there's the problem. Without enough water to dilute toxins, they accumulate, increasing the risk of kidney stones and other serious issues. Among the biggest culprits are licorice tea, senna, horsetail, and black tea. Horsetail tea, despite its well-known diuretic properties, can also lead to excessive electrolyte loss, disrupting the body's balance. Black tea, on the other hand, has a high oxalate content, which contributes to kidney stone formation. Studies show that oxalate-rich diets are directly linked to kidney stones, and excessive black tea consumption only worsens the situation. Anyone who has experienced kidney stones knows the pain is unbearable, and prevention is always the best strategy. Now imagine someone drinking these teas daily, thinking they're improving their health, without realizing they're overloading their kidneys. That's why moderation and knowledge are essential. Looking for a safer alternative? Gentle teas like chamomile and ginger can aid digestion without harming the kidneys. But the dangers of herbal infusions don't stop there. Another vital organ, the liver, can also suffer serious consequences from some of these herbs. Teas that harm the liver. If there's one organ that should never be overlooked, it's the liver. It works tirelessly to filter toxins, metabolize nutrients, and keep the body running smoothly. However, some teas can overload this system, causing damage that many people only notice when it's too late. Carcaja, horsetail, kava kava, cascara sagrada, comfrey, and boldo are among the teas that can have hepatotoxic effects. This means that instead of helping, they can actually end up intoxicating the liver, impairing its function, and in extreme cases, even leading to liver failure. Research shows that high doses of green tea supplements can be extremely harmful to the liver, especially when consumed in concentrated capsule form. A study published in the Journal of Hepatology indicated that excessive catechins, compounds found in green tea, can cause liver inflammation and damage. This doesn't mean that drinking an occasional cup is dangerous, but excessive consumption or supplement use can turn what was supposed to be a health booster into a problem. Just like medication, even teas require moderation. And here's the big trap. Many people drink these teas believing they are cleansing their bodies when, in reality, they are overloading their livers. But don't worry, not all hope is lost. Some infusions, such as milk thistle and turmeric tea, are excellent for protecting liver health. But what about the brain? Well, some teas can have concerning effects on it too. Teas that damage the brain. The brain is the body's command center, and anything that interferes with its function can have disastrous consequences. However, few people realize that a simple tea can affect cognition, memory, and even mental health. Sage tea, for example, when consumed in excess, can cause mental confusion and even hallucinations. This happens because the herb contains thujone, a neurotoxic compound in large quantities. No wonder sage has historically been used in rituals to induce altered states of consciousness. It may seem harmless, but a brain overloaded with these substances can suffer irreversible damage. If sage already poses a risk, imagine the impact of ayahuasca. This infusion, widely used in shamanic rituals, contains DMT, a powerful hallucinogen that can induce visions and intense psychedelic experiences. Despite its ceremonial and therapeutic use in some cultures, there is evidence that ayahuasca can trigger psychotic episodes and accelerate mental illnesses in predisposed individuals. A study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology warns that its consumption can lead to anxiety, paranoia, and even schizophrenia in people with a history of psychiatric disorders. The problem is that many ignore these risks and view the infusion as something purely spiritual, without considering the neurological implications. And the scariest part? Many of these teas are sold without any regulation, as if they were just recreational beverages. Fortunately, some infusions can have the opposite effect, protecting brain function and promoting mental clarity. But which teas are those? Safe teas and their benefits. After so many warnings, here's finally some good news. There are teas that truly benefit both body and mind. The key is choosing infusions that provide health benefits without overloading the body. A great ally for the liver, for example, is milk thistle tea, which contains silymarin, a substance with antioxidant and liver protective properties. Turmeric, widely studied for its anti-inflammatory properties, can also be consumed as a tea and aids in liver detoxification. Unlike harmful teas that stress the organs, these options act as a true shield against toxins. When it comes to brain health, some infusions serve as powerful fuel for the mind. Green tea, rich in L-theanine, enhances concentration and cognitive function, promoting mental clarity and productivity. Ginger tea not only aids digestion, but also improves blood circulation, delivering more oxygen to the brain. Meanwhile, rosemary tea is known to stimulate memory and cognition, making it an excellent choice for those seeking focus and mental energy. Studies suggest that rosemary has neuroprotective effects, potentially reducing the risk of degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The best part? Incorporating these teas into your daily routine is simple. A cup of chamomile tea at night can help with relaxation, while cinnamon tea in the morning can boost energy levels. And if you want to keep making smart choices for your health, don't leave the channel just yet. On the screen, you'll see a video that might change everything you thought you knew about healthy eating. The worst carb out there? And it's not sugar. You need to watch it because this food might be sneaking into your diet without you even realizing it.